Hi, my name is Mary Amesbury, and I love Jesus. But I also have ADHD. My purpose is to do a series of videos about how to thrive spiritually, even with an ADHD brain. The typical American way of doing Christianity can be really challenging for those who are neurodivergent. I mean, we worship Jesus with our brains, right? And our brains struggle. I was diagnosed with ADHD as an adult after a lot of years of struggle, not understanding why my brain always let me down. Every day was slogging to make it through and to accomplish something. I wasn't stupid or irresponsible or a slacker, but life was hard. I fought every day to give God everything I had, but I came up short a lot. I was constantly restless, daily adult tasks of doing the dishes or keeping up with the clutter in my apartment or being prepared and on time for my responsibilities was both overwhelming and exhausting. Important stuff would get lost unless I had systems in place to prevent it. I had really big emotions, and I just rarely felt good. Anxiety became a part of my life. I didn't sleep well, and that just added to the difficulty. At times, I would just nod off during the day. My non-typical brain made interacting with others a challenge. Sometimes I literally can't think of anything to say. I can't hold on to multiple thoughts in my brain at the same time. And I can be overwhelmed by the conversations and activity in the background. My brain just mixes all of that up like in a blender and just feel like an idiot. Too much sensory input, whether from pain or lights or scents or the amount of activity going on around me, can turn my brain to mush. I worked really hard to hide my brain failures. Nobody knew the extent to which I was struggling. Every time the dysfunction happened, I dumped shame and regret upon myself. I thought I was a failure, a screw up, a weirdo. I even believed God was disappointed in me, in my inability to keep my act together. And I saw that as a moral failure. Spoiler alert, it isn't. And I'll deal with that in a future episode because it's really important. So what changed? After a particularly epic and painful brain flood, I finally admitted to myself that I had a problem. And I asked God to reveal the root cause. Well, I didn't ask. I ranted at God in frustration. But He was gracious and merciful. And He revealed that ADHD was the root of the problem. And so I got diagnosed. I began an ADHD med called atomoxetine. And immediately, life was different. The things that were impossible, I could now do. I was not exhausted. I had clear thinking, and it's wonderful. And I know that that's not the case with everyone who starts an ADHD med. I get it, but that's how God chose to work with me. And I had invited Jesus into the discovery process, and He was gracious to provide healing and change. But that is a story for the next episode. So, see you there.